Yo, yo, welcome to Team RaddTitan.
Yo,
This is the weekly chat. What is it, 273?
273 or 4? I can't remember now. I lose
Yeah.
track.
Anyway, we're going to be going over the weekly updates, catching up with everyone and seeing what's what. Got some stuff on Prime One, got some fan art stuff, got some other bits and pieces to go through. So we'll be showing some pictures off and chatting about a few bits and pieces, and then you know what's been going on with us, and hopefully touching base with you all. So if you're watching, please hit the like and sub button, and if you want to send us a what do you call them, super chat. Yeah, super chat, support the channel. That would be greatly appreciated also.
Always, for sure. So, yeah. We're actually going a little bit early today, so we'll wait for a few people to get in, and I'll put out a little message to say that we are live. But how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been all right. I had the first parents' evening thing the other day.
Oh yeah, how was that?
I was all right. I've got to be honest. I'm not really feeling. I'm not really feeling George's teacher at all.
No?
Nah, not really.
In what way?
Don't know. Just comes across as some leftist fucking dykey. I don't know. Just don't like her. That anti-male, anti-masculine, anti. You know what I mean?
Really?
All that. Yeah, I get that. I get these vibes from her. So
Yeah.
it's just like the complete opposite sort of person for me to sort of be alone in a room with or to be even talking to, really. So
Well, yeah, but you're the definition of toxic masculinity, so you know.
don't know what you would mean by toxic masculinity. Yeah, but why is that toxic? I don't understand. It's toxic because you're a pussy. Is that why it's toxic to you?
Well, that's just what they say, don't they? Toxic
What
masculinity.
about toxic femininity? Is that a thing?
Well, it should be. Definitely should be.
Is that good? All right. Yeah, I'm just not feeling that, to be honest. Wasn't too happy with her sort of demeanor. And she said something which I thought was a little bit unprofessional during the thing, where she sort of said, you know, that Georgie's like it's a bit of a perfectionist when he tries to do things.
Yeah.
You know, like he's just a bit funny with like colouring inside the lines and doesn't like to really fuck up. He likes to do a good job.
Yeah.
It's like, she just turned around, and I've never spoken to her or anything. I had to keep her in a conversation or anything like that. She just looked at me and went, I think, I think he gets that from you. I think you're a bit of a perfectionist. And I was just looking at like, I don't fucking know you. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How do you not ain't the wife who's right next to me? Why are you looking at me? This is a bit of a strange, I felt quite unprofessional moment.
Yeah.
It displeased me somewhat, just because I think she.
I mean, just asked her, like, do you have a psychiatry? Are you a doctor of psychiatry, or
No, it's more like you can make that sort of assumption of someone if you know them or if you've spoken to them. I mean, even briefly, if you want to be that kind of shit cunt person, you can do that. But I don't know. He started in September. He's going 3 days a week for like pretty much like 6-7 weeks. He's only started going full time. He's only done one full week since he started. So, and during that time, I've dropped him off and picked him up and stuff like that. But I don't converse really with the teacher. I've only like spoken to her once, and that was when she lost she let a child go home in his coat by accident.
Yeah.
It's the only time that really we've ever had any sort of conversation where she come out and said, I'm really sorry, like someone's taken the coat and all of that, like, and taken it home, but I'll get on to them tonight and I'll get it brought back in tomorrow. It's like literally the only time we've ever conversed.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that was a bit of a looking at me and sort of judging me, kind of like judging me how I look and how I am, just in your persons, and sort of basing it off nothing sort of pissed me off a little bit.
But in her defense, you do have OCD.
What's that?
In her defense, you do have OCD, and
every person has OCD.
Yeah.
Every single person to some degree has OCD. There's some things that you just will do that is the standard for you, that you like things to be done. That technically means it's OCD. No?
Oh. Yeah, I guess
you don't have it?
Yeah, I have
yeah, exactly. Well, there you are. There's no one that doesn't have it. There's always a way. If you're like the type of person who fucking opens a cereal from the bottom instead of the top, you've got OCD. I'm not saying that I do that because I don't know if that's even a thing, but I'm just saying if it's a certain thing that you like a little bit
Yeah.
that you think is the way to do it. It's like how you open a banana or some shit. How'd you open a banana?
I open it the way that most people do it, but you're not meant to do it that way, apparently. You know, like I open it where you
You do it
pull
from
the.
the bottom,
No. I do it where you get the bit that comes out the stalk and then like bend it and pinch
from the
it
bottom.
down, but
Yeah.
at the top, like the top part.
The stalk part, I think, is the bottom. I think the top. No, actually, I guess you're right. Probably isn't.
Yeah, so that's the top part. But what you're actually meant to do,
Pinch the bottom and
or
peel
the
it across.
easier way to do it is, yeah, you pinch the bottom part and
Yeah.
it peels easier. Yeah, I know that. But yeah, so anyway, back on topic. Fucking bananas, fucking Jesus Christ. But yeah, I was just trying to think what's going down. My fucking thing fell off the wall. Those command strips aren't as good as I originally remember them being. I
What
remember
fell
them
off the
being.
wall, man? Your other print, your alien one.
Yeah. Luckily, like, and also the little one there fell off the wall, and then also I put the I was behind the TV now, but I put the RaddTitan canvas up that Lee did, and I don't know whether it was like a change in temperature, so that the walls got really cold or something like that, and
Yeah.
they just all like it was like fucking poltergeist. All the shit started falling off the wall. Luckily though, we like I've not I've got really shit like kind of reaction time if I'm given time to prepare. So like if you were to say to me, Alex, and you go like that and then throw the ball, I probably wouldn't catch it. Like if I've got that little time to think about it. If you just threw it at me, I've got more chance to catch it with me for some reason. So when they're like the little one fell off the wall and it was like literally coming down, I caught it. And I was just like, "Look, fuck, cool." But yeah, and then the other one,
Which
like
people are
that.
here to see that.
Well, that one fell off the wall as well, and then I kind of just pushed it against, like, so as it was falling, I pushed it against the wall and then like stopped that one as well. But yeah, it was quite good timing. But yeah, probably if someone like would say, "Oh, that's going to fall," and I'm looking at it and I'm prepared, I would probably would have caught it, probably just done me in the face. But yeah,
Interesting.
so three posters fell down, which is quite annoying.
Uh,
Um, but so let's go through some comments. So Punisher XS, how you doing? Good to see
yo,
you there. Cameron, howdy fellas, looking forward to a great chat. Can't wait to see the room tour. Yep, room tour's edited. It should go up Monday, I believe. We're still talking about it. I think Monday because people are at work. If you do Sunday, yeah, I think Monday's a better. Monday, 4 o'clock our time, I think it'll go up.
cool.
Uh, what's happening, lads? How you doing, Les? Currently at work, but the pub is completely empty, so I can watch a chat in silence. Hopefully, you're both doing well. Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad
How is
here.
that industry? Is that fucking? Is that on its knees or what? A pub industry.
Well,
That's got to be fucking hard. On a Friday night, it shouldn't be quiet, should it?
yeah, it is now because the other problem as well is unless you go to a Spoons, which is like I
Food.
was in no, I was in a Spoons last night, so it's like £3.29 for a Guinness, right? Which if you go into like a pub in London for a Guinness is literally over double that. It's close to £7 for a pint now. Some places it's like 7.50 for a pint, and people are just like, I could just go buy a 4 pack and just like get warmed up first before I come out and stuff like that. Let's have some pre-drinks before and just like meet up before, or
It's
let's just
crazy.
meet up at home. It's just like it's not. It's so heavily taxed, and also they're trying to make up for the kind of break in finances they had for when everything was shut. So they're just
Yeah.
trying to make up for it, and the prices are just so high now that a lot of people you know, just thinking, "Oh, fuck this." It's like more now of like a special occasion thing, it seems. The times I've been
Uh,
out, I went out like while it was Halloween, so it was quite busy then. But other times before that, we were out, and it was like a Saturday night or a Friday night, and it was like a weekday. It was dead. Yeah,
I guess as well because of the. I guess in like these dating apps and things like that have something to do with it as well.
probably,
Because it's
probably.
just like you don't need to meet anybody anymore. Like back in the day, man, we used to go out. We used to go out to meet girls.
Yeah. Well, that's
You
the
did.
main.
You went out with all your mates, and you were like, right, let's see who's going to get on the game today. Who's going to, You know, who's gonna pull, who's gonna win. I hope your fucking game's up to scratch and all that, and you'll be ripping the shit out of each other if you fucked up. You know, but
Yeah.
that was like sort of iron sharpening iron in a way. Now it's a little bit like,
Well,
I
no, the
don't
other
know, man.
day, I mean,
You don't need to. You don't need to
we
go
went
out
out
no more. You just get fucking dates on your phone, just sitting on your ass. It's like weird.
just swiping. Yeah. But literally as well, you kind of like even on the apps, it's I was doing it a couple of years ago, and well, it would have been just over a year ago now, but yeah, so you're there and you're just like, yeah, swiping. You just get the same little boring conversations, and then it's like you're just repeating the same things over and over again, and you're kind of talking to like 4 or 5 people at the same time. So you forget what you said to them, and then you end up like meeting them, and you're like, all this small talk that you're meant to kind of do when you first meet someone, you've already
It's
done
not
it,
that.
and
Yeah,
it becomes a bit weird, like because it's a bit like, okay, well, I would have asked all this, and you kind of already know it, but you don't know the person. It's strange.
yeah. I also don't like. I like to see someone's face when they're answering a question or something like that I'm asking, because I don't. If you've got time to prepare, like things like that, like if someone sends you a message and it's a question, got time to think about it, delete it, rethink it. I like to kind of like just be in the moment. People say something and
Well,
you're a bit like, okay, that's who you are. Because someone once told me the first response is usually the most honest one.
for
So
sure. But I do think as well is, I mean, it probably has opened up opportunities for a lot of people. You know, not
yeah,
like
serial
not
killers,
yeah, but not like bragging or whatever. But I mean, I
because
used to
they're
go
awkward
out.
as fuck, most of them, when they're out.
Yeah,
Serial killers,
but, I
so they
mean,
can't
yeah.
get laid.
No, but I'm just saying. Well, Rob gets laid. Um,
I don't
but I'm
know.
just
He's
saying,
fucking. He's a serial killer.
but that's the thing is like, I used to do all right, and I think if you're in that position where you do all right,
Remember your Colin
it,
Farrell years? You did very well around them years.
well, when I
They were your good years.
shaved off my beard recently, I got it all again. So yeah, and she's back with the dog now. The dog
Oh
might come in
fuck,
a little bit. Well, no, because
Humpty, is it?
yeah, yeah, little Humpty Dumpty. God,
This is the funniest shit, man, on the phone fucking the other day. I haven't told anybody yet about that, but this is the
what's
funniest
that
shit.
about? What?
Well, I was waiting to pick up George from school or whatever it was, and I was talking to you. And obviously he's in my ear, got my headphones on. And he's like, "Oh yeah, so I went down the thing, and I spoke to this person, and they were, oh sorry, mate, sorry, I'm really sorry about that. Sorry, mate.
Fuck
Sorry."
off.
And I was like, what happened? Like, did you bang into someone? So he's like, no, like I accidentally like whipped the dog in the face with something. And I was just a bit
Yeah,
like,
I was putting the lead on the dog, and I hit him with the metal clip of the
dude,
thing. So I
you were
apologise
so
to him.
apologetic. I thought you were about to get into a punch up in the street. That's how apologetic you was to that stupid
Hear it?
fucking dog.
I told her about it the other day, and she was like, "Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You
No,
apologise
ain't
to
right.
me."
Say to the fucking dog,
Anyway,
move, you stupid, silly little
well, just
peanut
because
head. Move your head out of the way.
your dog is a little fucking idiot.
He's
He's
an
actually
idiot.
quite intelligent though. So he literally will sulk if you do something wrong. He'll fucking sulk at you, man.
Yeah, but power in a
Yeah.
relationship lies with whoever cares the least. He cares less than you. This
Probably
is what I'm
true.
getting. He's
Probably true.
fucking
He
well
probably
in
doesn't give a
charge.
fuck about me. He's probably like, "Oh, who's this fucking cunt? Give me my food. Take me for a walk. Do what I fucking tell you to do."
Chop, chop, Colin Farrell looking like motherfucker.
But yeah,
It
yeah.
was funny as shit.
Kevin Conroy passed away. Funny thing, well, not really funny, but I mean, he must have had. Like I did look it up afterwards. They said he died of cancer. I don't know how true it was. It was on Wikipedia,
Mm.
but he's looked like he's kind of been ill for a few years. He's kind of looked like his weight has been dropping, and he's looked really like drawn out for a few
Go on.
years. Because he used to look like for some reason he reminds me of like Willem Dafoe kind of. So I always assumed they were a similar age, but then towards the end he looked a bit older. And then when I
Ah,
looked it up, Willem Dafoe is a year older, so it does actually work out. And yeah, towards the end he was just so skinny, and just he looked quite bad. So yeah, must have been something. I don't
he's
remember.
famous for like it's
Batman.
like the
He did the voice of Batman in the like
animated series.
movie animes. Yeah, and all the movies and stuff. Yeah, with like Mark Hamill and all
Yeah,
that. So a lot of
yeah.
people, he is actually their favorite version of Batman. So yeah,
I just noticed online. I don't know who he is, and I didn't never watch the animated series, so I don't know. But
I never watched the animated series either. I've seen a couple of the films. Um,
I haven't seen
but
any of it, so for me it was like completely like But I saw the
yeah,
tributes in the post for him, and it seems like he was a well loved person,
he's
certainly in
really,
our circles anyway.
he's really, really popular in our circles. I mean, my wall was absolutely flooded. My wall was flooded more with him than any of the artists. And loads of artists have died this year.
Yeah, they
Um,
have. Yeah,
it was like he's flooded my wall totally. And
I'm surprised that all these people are dying though, because there's been what is it like a I can't remember what it is, like a 17% or something like that. Maybe it's more 27%, like a really high percentage of unnatural deaths,
yeah,
annually. So it's getting out of hand every year.
God. Well, this is not a conspiracy theory channel, and yeah.
Oh, keep having them
uh,
jabs, mate, and them numbers will keep staying high.
Hope you're both well. How was the movie? Yeah, I went to go see Black Adam. I went there. I think it was last night. Was it last night? We went to go see the film. Yeah, last night. And I, I think I mean, I wasn't in a rush to go see the movie, and I was just going to like go whenever I had a chance to go. And I even went to see like the Barbarian before I went to see that. And I'm not certain DC movies like Shazam. I found dreadful. I found
Yeah,
Shazam really
not a
bad,
fan.
and I thought it was going to be kind of similar to that. I'm not a fan of the DC movies where they do that thing where there's a battle going on and it's like a Mortal Kombat cutscene or like an Injustice cutscene where you're doing a combo and then you punch through a wall and it does this like spinning around thing, and it does that so much on like DC movies, and it just makes it go into like a video game thing. I really don't like that in
Sure.
movies. It does do that a few times, but I was kind of expecting it. Um, and also, because I had low expectations of it, and I don't really know any of the characters. Um, I did enjoy it for what it was. For an action film, I enjoyed it.
I'm a
Uh,
big Dwayne Johnson fan, so I'll enjoy it.
yeah, and also, I mean, it did. The other issue was the fact that it just kind of throws this team in there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, here's the not the Justice League of America. They're called like the Justice Association or something. So they're
Yeah.
like the B League or whatever." And the thing is like you just don't know anything about the characters. I
Mm.
mean, and the only positive side is you do go away and you're like, I would like to know more about Doctor Fate, and I'd like to
Well,
know
that's
more
good.
about Hawkman.
I remember
Um,
that little guy. He used to be a big. Didn't they used to call him Fate? He'd
who?
come on like Lou's channel.
There is a guy called Fate, yeah, and
Yeah,
he
I
had the
remember him.
mask, he had the helmet as his thing.
I can't remember.
I
I
can't
just
remember
remember him
what he
being on
looks like, but
like
there is a
Lou's
guy
chat. He used to be on it all
collectively.
the time.
Yeah, yeah. But Doctor Fate is a very, very powerful character. But that's the thing with DC is like if all the DC characters fought all the Marvel characters, DC would win. They're all too
P-
strong. They're all too
OP.
strong. So like if you have like any DC battle, you know, a large number of the population are going to die because it's so powerful. That's always going
Yeah.
to go down, and that's what I do prefer about Marvel is they're more like tiered. They got more like street level than they kind of
Yeah.
go up and up and up. Like so, there is more of okay, these guys fight these guys fight these guys, these guys. It is more like I think they do it in a better way.
Yeah.
Whereas with DC, it's just like this guy does this guy does that. But if it gets bad, we'll just bring in Superman. It just gets a bit like that sometimes. But anyway, overall, I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was, and I do think it was. I preferred it more than Aquaman. I preferred it more than a lot of the DC stuff and a lot of the new Marvel stuff that have come out. To be honest with you, it's not a perfect film, but yeah, I would watch it. I do recommend it in
I
that
bought the
way.
steelbook.
Yeah, I mean, story wise, again, it's not anything you're gonna. He's not going to win an Oscar or anything like that. I like the villain. I don't know anything about the villain. He's called Shabat or something.
Don't
Um,
tell me any details. I don't want to know anything.
but I like the way he looks. I like the kind of like the The fight with him I thought was really good. Yeah, overall, yeah, some good scenes in it. It's just what it is. I mean, I think people expect too much from these kind of films as well. You got to remember they're like, they're not Oscar-winning movies. They're there to be an action movie and just to
Dude,
entertain
loads of
you.
Oscar-winning movies are shit, so I wouldn't go that
Well,
far.
that's what I'm, no, but I'm saying is not they're not really there for to be the best story or the best. It's just there to kind of be an entertaining film,
Mhm.
and I think it does that. To a degree. But again, I don't know anything about any of the characters as well. I'm not really. I don't know anything about Black Adam. I don't know anything about Doctor Fate. I don't know anything about. I don't even know that woman, the Hurricane, or whatever she's
Hawkman.
called, Cyclone, and yeah, I don't know about them. But yeah, I still don't like that woman though from Suicide Squad. She's really annoying. You know that woman who's like the head of Suicide Squad, who she's like the head of like the Suicide Squad, like some CIA agent woman who's got no powers, but she's just a dick and just
Black
rude to
woman.
everyone. Yeah. She's just like a total cunt to everyone. She's just like, oh yeah, you'll do what I fucking tell you, da da da. And she's just like a person, but she's just like acts like she's a god.
Yeah.
She's really irritating. A new chat says me a boring Friday on a remote island in Norway. That's how horror films start.
Yeah.
Yalla, yes, Nils. Hey, gents. Hope you've had a good week. Not too bad. Sad day for Kevin Conroy passing. Great guy, incredible Batman and Bruce Wayne. Yeah, very, very popular. And a lot of people got like personalized signings on comics and things from him. Happy JCG, yo, yo, yo. Uh, Friday night in Manchester City Centre. No one in the pub on a Friday night. Definitely a strange at 1 Geo. It's also because
Are
a
you
lot of
red
people
or
at work.
blue, mate?
He's blue, and he said it the other week.
Yeah, Nizzy.
He said it the other
Fucking
week.
block
Yeah,
him for
yeah.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, but also as well, it's like a lot of people are not working in the office anymore. So now the busiest day for workers to go out is a Thursday when they're in the office. But
Shit,
most people
really.
are now told you work from home. So people are like, well, I'm not going to go back out now, kind of thing. So
Right.
Ross Carr, hey guys, Ross from Sydney, thanks for the advice on the contrast between the Justice Buster against XM Hulk Buster last year. Works really well. Thank you. Cheers. Have another drink with him. Cheers, Ross.
Welcome, mate. Anytime.
I'm sure it was George who said it, but I'll take credit too.
It's home team, man.
Nico Malik. Good evening, RaddTitan community. Let me see which stupid XXX bot will find the moment of the show this week. Yeah, Nico's got this actual really good idea, which I'll show you later on. But he actually he does a lot of custom pieces under Punisher 2000. Basically, what he does now is you can't do with every piece, but when you have a piece where the head is joined by like a collar, so you have a collar to hide the seam. What he does is he has like a round peg, so that you can then turn the head around. And he's done that
Clever.
in his last few female pieces. He's done that on so you can actually like literally do like 180, kind of like over
That's
there,
clever.
all the way to there. And obviously there's going to be angles is not going to work. And there's going to be pieces where you can't do it because of the way the head's joined. There's going to be pieces, but for ones where you can do it, it gives you that little bit of freedom to
Yeah,
kind of
it's clever.
rotate a
Very
little
clever.
bit. Yeah. So it's a really good idea. Really good idea. Matt, the Alien Collector. Boys, hope you're good. Hope you're
All
good
good,
too,
man.
buddy. Animated series is essential. Batman straight up created Harley Quinn. Yep, for sure. Didn't they also create Batman Beyond as well, though? Or am I talking shit? I might be talking shit, but I thought they created Batman Beyond. Jesse Hernandez, yo, yo, yo. Josh in the house. What's up, RT? Hope you to make another weekly. Sorry, happy to be making another weekly chat. I actually got a new piece in yesterday, Triangle Morrigan. I'm going to unbox it tonight. Sad news about the absolute best Batman ever. Yeah. I thought you were going to cancel the Triangle Morrigan because there were leaning issues with that one. Yep, sad times.
Clearly, you didn't.
Yeah, clearly. Vastron, how you doing?
Yo.
Let me know when you're in town, buddy. Amanda Waller. Yeah, that's the woman. Yeah, she's a dick. She's really irritating as well. Because someone just like Black Adam would just crush her head basically. Richard Gauthier, Hello from Rainy Manhattan. Oh,
Nice. What are
nice,
you doing over there?
nice.
Christmas shopping.
Declan Morning all, how you doing? Nick Chesh, evening guys. I don't follow EPL. Does blue equal Chelsea Geo? No.
If he's in Manchester, mate, it's either City or it's United. So
Yeah, throw some pics of that Ross talking about the Justice
oh,
Buster with the
yeah.
Hulk Buster there. Chelsea. Oh, he's Chelsea blue, not City blue.
It's all right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Chelsea
because
is all right.
yeah, Batman Beyond as well. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. When I had a conversation with people recently, sorry, not recently. This was probably about 3 years ago, and we were talking about what was a better cartoon out of X-Men and Spider-Man. And what happened at the time was I decided, all right, I'm gonna because most people actually voted X-Men, so I went away and I watched all 5 seasons of Spider-Man, and then I watched about I think 3 seasons of X-Men, and I definitely I'm biased anyway because I like Spider-Man, but I definitely think that the Spider-Man holds up better for me. But then when I made that comment, people came in and goes, "Yeah, but you need to watch Batman," and I go, "I've never seen it." And people were just like, oh, "What
I
the
remember
fuck?"
it being on. Like I remember it being on like a Saturday morning or Sunday
Yeah,
morning,
Saturday
but I
morning,
never
yeah,
saw it.
Channel 3. It was on ITV, yeah. I remember it starting, and I remember the intro, but I just remember, I think it was just a bit, I think it was a bit too adult for me at the time. It was quite an adult
Probably.
cartoon, and I think I was just a bit bored by it because it was a bit too adult. So
I was
I
too
turned
busy
it off.
watching Dreamland or something.
Yeah, Dolly Buster. God.
Like this Batman shit.
Yeah. They also created a great origin for Mr. Freeze. I think I saw that. I think it was the Mr. Freeze one I saw. And the Phantom something, I think it was called. I'm in town. All right, we'll sort something out, mate. They seem to have sorted that issue. She got her foot placed on the second point on the statue now. I'll send you some pics later. Not just the one key, only thing holder in anymore. Okay, because there was some really bad pictures of that when it was being done. Ed, how you doing? Yo, 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 what's up, fellas? Geo, England winning the cup. Winning
Who
the cup
fuck
in Oslo.
cares? I'm a Man United fan, mate. I don't like when you're like a Man United fan, your interest in England is very minimal because our players seem to get hung out to dry. You know, David
Yeah,
Beckham, Paul Scholes, Michael Carrick. Like you know, we've always had players who sort of like you know get blamed for shit. Like the last European Championships, Sancho Rashford came on the last minute to take a penalty, and they both missed penalties, and it was like fucking all on them. Like why England didn't fucking win the final. It's a lot of shit. So you know, it's like when Beckham got sent off against fucking Argentina for sticking a boot out.
yeah.
It was like they blamed him for everything, even though the game went on and went to penalties. It's like it was still his fault. It's fucking bollocks.
Well, it was even
So,
like they got done in the finals to Italy, and rather than the people like they're trying to campaign to host the World Cup, and they're trying to give a big thing about it, and rather than like be happy that they got to like the semi-finals and they got to penalties with like Italy went on to win it, I believe, as well.
that's the
And
final. They lost the final on
oh,
penalties.
sorry, it was even the final. Sorry,
Yeah, they
yeah.
lost
So
the
they
final
lose,
against Italy on
yeah,
penalties.
and then they
Rashford
like
and
went
Sancho
and like
and Saka for Arsenal
Saka, yeah, yeah.
all
But
missed
then
penalties.
the point was then is rather than kind of celebrate the fact they've got to the finals for the first time in God knows how long, they fucking like rioted and smashed up all Wembley, didn't they? So it's just like, well, you want to host it, what? And you dickheads can't even do it in your own. You can't even do this. You can't even
Yeah.
celebrate when you know when you get this far. So did the same thing, Geo. Dark outside when I arrived. Key hanging on the door of the house, but nobody at home. Lights, just like something that happened and all gone. Yeah, horror movie for sure. That sounds like the beginning of the Barbarian as well, a little bit. Send you pics, Alex. It's my buddy in the US. Opened his yesterday. Probably won't get to my pics now. Thanks. We'll go through this. Cheers, Alex and Geo. Batman animated series favorite episode, Heart of Ice. Yeah, I think I've watched that because someone said to me this is the best episode. Don't forget Marks. That's the one I tried to watch. Is Mask of the Phantasm, and I fell asleep on that one. But then I saw the Heart of Ice one, which was really good. But yeah. So yeah, do you want to go straight to the pictures, or
Yeah, man, I'm your Huckleberry.
where do
Let's
you want
go.
to go? Where do you want to go with this? So,
Let's get into business.
what we'll do? I always forget what I used to open the pictures with. Okay. All right. So if I present,
Fucking didn't get to the gym today as planned, you know. Fucking Georgia didn't go into school.
is that because you didn't want him to be with that teacher?
No, he didn't want to go to the today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna do it like, should I do it like that, or no, not like that one. No, no, because last time we cut the top off, didn't it? I'll do it
That's
like
right.
that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sweet.
Don't
All right,
worry,
so
if it becomes a problem, I'll change it back.
I just bought this piece, so I've got this coming from the ATF one. I'm waiting on like shipping, just like tracking details. But I've bought this now.
Whose
So I'm
room is
looking
that?
forward.
Is that his room?
I think that's it. I think that's his room.
Wow, he's got an impressive collection then.
Yeah, he's got some really, really impressive bits in there for sure. It's funny as well. It's like I was like asking questions about like who sculpted this.
Yeah.
He won't tell me.
Oh, really?
No, he won't tell me. He said to me like I can't tell you. He said he doesn't like want his details and all that sort of stuff out. So I'm assuming it's somebody big.
Somebody big who's like, yeah, somebody basically like, doesn't want to like get known that they're still doing stuff.
Exactly. Somebody who's got like a job with somebody important and is doing their own shit. But
Well, look at the anatomy. It looks like Daniel Bell. It's got to be Daniel Bell. No, I'm joking.
it definitely doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't
I'm
look
joking.
like
I'm
Daniel
just starting.
Beltrán.
No, I was
Too much
just
bulk.
joking. I'm just starting rumors.
I really love the look of this. I was really lucky I managed to grab one, so I'm happy about this. Out of all of the pieces that they've done, there's a lot of nice ones.
Yeah.
And my two favourites are this Black Bolt and the Ronin, and I got the Ronin, so it's just that's this one.
You're right into these ATF pieces now, Gio.
I do like. I've got to be honest. I think there's something like the museum sort of esque, simplistic sculpt. Not simplistic sculpt, but simplistic pose, simplistic base tells its story, which it needs to, and just looks bad. I just think it looks badass. Really
Whose
loving the
head's
sculpt. Huh?
Whose head is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but the base is all like all the base and stuff is all like cracked and almost like that's impeding down on it, like weighing it down. It's breaking through the ground. So I really do like it though. I like
down on it with his foot.
I love the head on it as well. I love that portrait with the like sort of half white top. I don't know what comic that's from. So if anybody knows, put a message in and let me know. But I love that artwork.
I don't know that reference either.
Just love that reference. I really think it's fucking awesome. The other head is really nice as well, especially it's got no pupils, so I love that. It looks really fucking cool. I love the museum-esque poses of them. I've got to be honest, Captain Morgan classic.
Yeah.
But it's like one of them ones where I'm sort of getting into this sort of style at the minute, where it's simplistic in its way, but it's done really well.
Yeah,
it's a bit like that.
I think I said the other day, like a couple of weeks ago or whatever, I said that we've gone through a phase of too many overcomplicated pieces for too long, and with the cost of things going so high, space being an issue, I do believe that there'll be a kind of wave of these more museum pieces, coming out.
Yeah,
I do think that would be the case. Next up, what we got? Ah, fuck you. All right, so you did your room tour. That was just to remind me just to mention that.
Yeah, it's done. Coming out on Monday. Stay tuned for that.
Send me a picture though, if you remember.
I don't know if I can.
Nice, cocksucker. Went to see Black Adam. That was just to remind me of that. That was to remind me of Kevin Conroy. Done that already. We're on point. This was something which it's been sent to you.
Yeah, I was talking to my mate Wayne, like Luke, you should know him from all of like the groups and shit. Really, really fucking nice guy. Lovely guy. Been a collector for a decade. Been, you know what I mean, collects like loads of rare original art pieces, well, comic pages and bits and pieces. Like got a really impressive collection of lots of different things. But he basically, his Instagram got cold called by somebody working at Sideshow.
Yeah.
And this is just fucking cringy beyond belief, because this guy has had an account with Sideshow for nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, she didn't even have the good manners to just even look through his Instagram and basically find out that, you know, he's actually got Sideshow pieces. It's like they're introducing him to Sideshow collectibles pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And trying to basically say, you know, this is the sort of stuff you want to come and have a look at, even though he's got an account with them for nearly 10 years. And also been sharing their stuff.
So this was sent to him on Instagram, or this was sent to him via email?
I think this is an email. I'm not too sure. But it's bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, pretty desperate, pretty cringy.
Yeah.
That they're cold calling people in this way. I mean, they've not even looked through their own sort of thing to see if he's a customer. They've not looked through any of his past posts to see what he's been posting. It's just very much like slap hazard, happy, lazy shit. So whoever this fucking Jessica person, this Simmons is,
yeah,
she'd probably get a sack.
I just think they're trying to reach out to people, but it's a bit like, well,
do your due diligence,
on
man.
Instagram. I noticed you're quite a collector. Well, they already know about Sideshow, then, you know. I think you get kicked out of our collectibles Sideshow, and we are a specialty manufacturer and distributor of all sorts. Yeah, it is a bit like, you know, you're a collector, but, you know, here, kind of, you know, people already know.
Yeah, but that's not what this is not the point. It's not the point that to make the assumption that he knows what a Sideshow is. The point is that she's got his name. He has an account. He's not got a very common name.
Yeah. She
should be able to find out whether this is someone who is purchasing Sideshow collectible stuff. And on his Instagram, where she's found him, there's posts of Sideshow pieces on it.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a case of like, well, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
You know, how lazy do you want to be? Like zero due diligence of any kind. This is like cold calling in the worst possible. Just desperate and sad. It's really sad.
Yeah, it's cringy. Yeah. Gene Simmons of Kiss is a big comic book collector. He has based his Kiss stage costume on Black Bolt. This Black Bolt looks great. I didn't know that.
Thanks, man. I didn't know that either.
Yeah. This then is Azure Sea. This is their what's it, Tarn, which is one of the Transformers. So they're coming along doing some Transform pieces. They actually got some quite nice pieces. They already did Prime and a couple of others, and they're doing some great work. Doing some really nice work. That's all the bits there.
Proper busy, innit? So much.
I don't know about the characters, to be honest with you. So
I don't know. A lot going on though.
I can't tell you if it's good or bad. A lot of stuff on it, but I can't tell you if it's true to the character. I can't tell you that because it's just, you know, I don't know it. This one's for you there. So this is then the Masterline setup for Godzilla. So you got the King Ghidorah in the middle, you got Mothra, and then you got the burning Godzilla on the left. So I think it looks quite cool.
Very cool.
These are huge as well, by the way. These are really big pieces. Don't let this picture like fool you. These pieces are like, you know, I think that Godzilla's like a meter tall or something.
It's all about King Ghidorah, man. Really nice piece that is.
But even the Mothra looks pretty cool.
I like the Mothra. I like what they've done with it. The only thing is that, you know, I'm sort of like a classic Mothra fan. So, you know, it's a little bit too much like an insect as opposed to that big fluffy fucking thing that was it when I was a kid.
Yeah,
you know how it used to look.
Gash Gemini, I wouldn't have the patience to put Transformers together. Yeah, some of those have got a lot of pieces.
I never had the patience to play with them when we were kids. I mean, me and Alex were kids. I never played. Alex played with them. I never played with them. I couldn't be fucking bothered.
I had a few, yeah.
They were proper complicated, man. They were overly complicated. Snap this out, put this back, rip this here, put this there. It was just a bit like, fuck that. I want to play with like He-Man with the fucking elastic waist punch action.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you though.
Oh, what's happened there? Motherfucker. Settings. I think I just pulled the cable while I was talking.
Of course you did.
So if I go back to that one, I'll go there. I'll put it out back in there, I guess. It's no drama. Oh well, you can't see how pretty I am. Nah, not happening for some reason. Don't happen there. I pulled the cable and it kind of gave up. Never mind. It won't even let me change my camera because I've got two cameras. It's like, yeah, I don't know that one, but you got the other one going on. Nah, fuck that. I don't want that either. Nah. Oh well. Anyway, this then is the Infinity Studios Owen and Blue quarter scale. So got this coming. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I mean, I saw some pictures of it. I mean, it looks like was that like all mixed media stuff on it?
It looks like mixed media, unless it's really well sculpted.
Yeah, it just looks all like mixed media gear, and I think, to be honest with you, just my only problem with it is a little bit stiff.
Yeah,
it's a little bit stiff, like the direction he's looking, the posing. I mean, he couldn't be. I mean, he's not even looking at the fucking dinosaur. Like, he's not looking at Blue at all, and I just find it all a bit strange that he's not.
Yeah,
it just looks a bit weird that he's like sort of standing there like in some sort of weird pose, and he's like patting Blue.
the likeness looks all right.
Unless that's meant to be Blue's baby, but even then, he looks a bit young, and with the wrist strap thing is from pretty much the early Jurassic World stuff where Blue is a baby. So I'm assuming that's Blue, not Blue's baby, which I don't remember what Blue's baby's called. Is it called Beta?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's Blue, and it's, I don't know, just the likeness looks okay. It just I just find it a bit wooden, or things a bit.
Well,
wooden.
it's a bit like, would he be looking away if that dinosaur's right near his crotch?
A bit like, suck me, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, stroke the back of his head, like, oh yeah.
It's a bit weird. I don't know. Something about it looks. No, details on it look pretty good. It's just
yeah.
the sort of looking in away off into the distance while you're patting it is just a bit weird.
Same size as well, 39.5 by 39.5 by 52.3 high.
Jesus.
It looks like Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, there's something about the likeness that's just not quite right for me.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. I see what you mean about the kind of pose as well. It's a bit weird.
That's just a bit just strange. He's like looking off into the distance. The faces don't really look that right either to me.
Yeah, I'm just going to go out.
Huh? Okay. Something bad. It looks a bit thin through the face. Hey, hello.
Hello. Yeah, no, I just had to press the other button there. Okay, cool. Yeah. I was wondering what you would think, obviously, with little Georgie being a big fan.
That's arriving tomorrow, that whole Jurassic Park Steelbook set.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How much did I set you back? £120? I
think it's about 120 quid, yeah.
I remember you ordering it.
You get all the six movies Steelbooks, so.
Yeah, but don't you already have all the other 5 or not?
No, I actually don't. That's funny.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any of them in Steelbook at all. So,
all right.
For me, it's like a bit like.
Well, you would have had them all. These are just some production stuff where Connecticut's are kind of making their way through some things. So they put out quite a lot of production pictures. Overdue, but it's good to see they're actually doing something. So you got Chung Lee, you got Guile, Raffles from Monster Hunter, and then the other character I can't remember that character's name, but that's Monster Hunter as well. So yeah, they're kind of working on them, and hopefully they'll be out soon. Then you got Legendary Beast Studios, so the Hulks are going to go up for pre-order tomorrow. So yeah. Lex, no worries, Lex. Glad you made it.
Well, come on, brother.
And what's his bum fucking raw? Very PDF-philic. Okay. Is that going to be? Is that going to be a troll, or is he talking about the Owen in blue? Yeah. So these are going to come out. More pictures going to be there. So obviously, this is very, very popular. It's going to go up for tomorrow. Green and grey. So we'll see.
Yeah,
This then is the update for the Cool Props RoboCop.
that looks cool.
It looks better. It does look a lot better. They've done a lot of work to try and improve it. And they've also mentioned that they're still working on the mouth at this point. So, yeah, it does look pretty cool. It does look really cool. Liam finally joined us live. How you doing, Liam? Punisher XS. That XM modern XM Hulk looks amazing. That does looks really good. The Chris O'Donnell statue, yeah, sure. Then you got the Devastator, and so when you got this, there's a few sets of this. So you get the Devastator, you get the Batman, and you buy them separately, I believe. So that's what they look like together, and then there's different
You
versions.
buy them together?
Unless it's the Dulux one, I kind of only looked at it really quickly before we came on the chat. But I do have the kind of price points at the end, so you can probably work out from there anyway. So you got the Devastator, you got the Crouching Batman. There's a few complaints have been that the Crouching Batman is like $1,000 just for that, which is a 1/3 Crouching Batman. And then also if you get the additional pieces, it will be 1,100. So the actual, not really much difference in price, but yeah, you need to look. I know there are a few complaints about it. So yeah, there's the Batman. Switch out heads there as well.
Does he change into that then? Is that what this is?
Yeah, so this will be going to be like a transformation thing, isn't it? So this kind of storyline is where basically every one of the characters, so the Murder Machine, the Red Death, they're all versions of Bruce Wayne from parallel universes. The other characters, yeah. I think the only one that's not him, or I might be wrong, is the Robin King, which is something to do with Dr. Manhattan, but I can't remember. Nick was telling me, but I kind of fell asleep when he was telling me. So yeah, there's that. There's all the switch out parts. So you got the Superman Kryptonite spear, you got the switch out arm, and then you got the half face, which is quite cool. And then you got the bonus parts from the Devastator, which are a closed mouth, it looks like, and a cape. So yeah. Yeah, so there goes Stuart Murray to save the day. Yeah, this Batman takes the Doomsday virus to fight his version of Superman, and it went crazy. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know if it's not necessary, but seeing the pics of the Devastator with the one Batman proximity piece, they look great together as a storytelling piece. Yeah, for sure. It's almost like like when you have the whole transformation, it's almost like that, isn't it? So the Dulux Batman is $1,100. So that's the one with the switch out head and the switch out arm. Sorry, I must have clicked something. The version with just the regular pieces there, that is $1,000. And then the Devastator, trying to work out which one this. The regular version is 1,700, and then the bonus version, which is the cape and a head, it's quite a bit more considering it's cape and a head. It's like 250 for a cape and a head. Like a real cape and a head, yeah. So you do buy them separately.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no like pack, yeah. I know nothing about the story, but think it looks great. I agree. I think that a lot of the pieces in this kind of story are great looking. I don't know anything about them. I don't know anything about them at all.
It's nice not to have any investment.
Yeah. This then is this Prime 1? Or
I think it is. I think it's the Urukai thing.
Yeah.
Berserker. It's fucking great.
Looks really cool. Yeah.
There's it with like Sauron and what's his name?
Lutz,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Look
Really
great.
looks
It looks
nice.
fantastic. I think we showed this the other week, but yeah, it does new pictures of great as well.
Black
Um,
Hand of
I was
Saruman.
I was only planning on getting the Devastator by itself, but tempted to get both. Going to sit on my decision for a while. Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Worth
Uh,
having think of that.
yeah,
Think of what you
no,
want to really achieve.
yeah, definitely.
Because you're talking about doing another grand on the storytelling part, which is the bit where he's actually changing, as opposed to him changed.
Yeah, well, it's going to be more than a grand because once you pay shipping and tax, it's
Yeah.
more than a grand. So yeah. This then is the look at the new Pop Culture Shock Shredder, which is going to be 1/3 scale.
This
So
looks
this
cool.
is I think Herrick Brothers. Yeah, it looks great. It's really nice. Better picture of it there. But yeah, looking forward to seeing more of that. They're also talking about doing these in another scale as well. So they did ask around and say, do you want these in 1/6? Do you want these in 1/4? And I think most people voted for 1/4. Um, so they may be
One
making
quarter is still the main scale.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Oh fuck! Dropped my squidgy.
Looks awesome though.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be massive. To promo doing a deal. If you buy them both, they'll give you 100 off a promo code for the other one. Okay, guess that's something.
It's better than
Uh,
a slap on the nuts, isn't it?
this then is this looks like when Tom Holland did that karaoke, whatever it's called. Do you know where they the miming lip sync battles?
Oh, okay.
Did you ever see that? He did Rihanna in lip sync
Umbrella.
lip sync battles as
Yeah.
Rihanna, and that fucking looks like him. That really looks like him to me. That looks like when he dressed up like that.
It's really boss-eyed, that.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
badly boss-eyed.
But it doesn't look like her at all.
Nah,
And
the skin, the paint's killed that.
even the guy who says, "Oh my god, I do like it," and he took more pictures, and they all still look really bad. The
Yeah,
blood likeness is dreadful.
yeah, it's not there. It's a real
It looks,
shame.
it looks trans. It looks well trans. It looks like someone Rob would go up to and chat up in a bar.
You need to Mick Dundee that before you buy anything.
Yeah.
Mick Dundee the fuck out of that before you pay any drinks.
God, they'd probably block that now, wouldn't they?
What do you mean?
If they tried to show that on TV, they'd probably block it, wouldn't they?
Ah, yeah, sure.
I was watching I rewatched a lot of Two and a Half Men, and there's a lot of jokes in that they probably wouldn't do now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna find more and more of that now.
but yeah, it's a shame anyway. Yeah, it was a shame.
That's horrible.
I can't see Scarlett Johansson there at all.
That is really horrible. They've really killed the paint on that. They've really done a bad job there.
Yeah,
It's a shame. The prototype of this I thought was really nice.
the prototype of this was really good, but the other
They
thing
haven't
to
delivered
remember
this.
is
This
the
is a big miss.
prototype. This one isn't a collaboration with Toonami. So, like, you have some of their other pieces which are released in America, which are the larger scale pieces. So you got like the Captain America and some others. They're with Toonami, and Toonami are known for working with cinema maquettes and doing really high standard stuff. So, them things should come out really well. But this was their own thing, you know. Yeah, look. Oh my, that's
Oh dear.
bad. Yeah,
That looks even more trans.
it really does. Really does, man. You got to check and see what they're packing. Damn. Shame. It's such a shame because the statues are pretty cool to start with. I remember Adam was going to buy one, wasn't he? But yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
This is also another bad day for Queen Studios. So this is all of the pieces from one distributor being sent to repair.
Wow.
Literally all of them, like all of them. When I saw it in person, I did like a really basic review because I assembled it in DV store in France. And basically, I said the thing where it's like, the teeth, the gums are like clear resin that have been painted, and then it just looks really poor. And it's
Yeah.
got all these bad seams. Yeah, but Lewis is working on all of these and getting them all done properly. So
Oh
it's a
dear.
shame. Yeah, for spec fiction, I think it is. But but the other side of that is like, first of all, a distributor shouldn't have to do that at all. But the other side of that is, even though you mean well by doing this, you're now not giving the customer the original, what's expected. So hopefully they've told the customers that they are doing these repairs before they're sending them out, because then they're not original, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah.
though, even
Definitely.
though I totally agree with what they're doing and they're doing it with the right intention, there's still the element of it, which is
It's
you still
all
need to let the customer know, because you're altering it. So
yeah.
yeah, so that's a shame. And there's so many pieces which especially this, just look fucked. Um, this is trash. The white version is even worse. 100% reckon Queen deleted the white version pics. They did. Someone posted these and then they deleted their post and they PM'd them and said, "Can you take better pictures?" Yeah, yeah. Black Widow by Queen Shears looks terrible. Deadpool red suit, how you doing? And Matt the Alien Collector, the Queen Shears Black Widow piece looks so bad. It's like something happened to the original sculpt. Chin's messed up, eyes are bad, shape is off. Bad as it could have been great. Seems like they're very hit and miss at the moment. Yeah, and it's not even like, sometimes when you take pictures with a phone, it can elongate things, it can
Yeah,
distort things, but there's so many angles that this has been taken from that it's not going to be that bad from every fucking angle if
yeah,
it's
true.
if it's a camera issue. Uh, okay, something on the bright side then is their borrowed bus. I think looks fantastic.
It definitely does.
Yeah, it looks really nice
But again, you want to see these in people's hands, not in their factory, not in their shop floor,
for sure.
because
Yeah.
you need to see what this is like when it gets out of there.
Mm.
Looks great. Looks really,
I
really
think they
nice.
did this in two scales. I don't know whether this is the big one or small one. I don't know, because there's a big fucking massive one and then there's the massive small one. So yeah. So yeah, it looks cool. Looks great. This was quite a surprise that Prime One are going to continue to do this. So this is the Cayman and Nikado from what's it, Doha,
Yeah.
and basically this is the Dulux version, which is they make 150 of. And I remember that it's such a shame because the switch out on this is actually really nice. It changes the whole um, composition of the statue, because he's got his other mask on. He's got like his gas mask on, and it actually, like, the whole layout is different, and it really looks like a totally different statue. So if you've got this, congratulations. I think what it was originally, though, the price just put a lot of people off, and then what they actually done was I've got it.
Oh
Uh,
dear.
yeah. Don't know where that's gone then. Oh, there you go. So then they got the original one, which is only 30 edition size. People were saying they're surprised that Prime One didn't cancel this, but the reason they didn't cancel this original one is because the other 150 have this version within it. So it's
Yeah.
not like, so it's still 180 of them being made.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, but again, it's a
Exactly right.
shame because I actually do think that the Dulux version was actually really nice, and so it is a shame. But the price point was just ridiculous for people. Sorry. I like pube in my throat or something.
You have.
Yeah, got fucking Jessica Rabbit. I don't know why that's in the middle of there,
Never
but
wanted to fuck a cartoon so much in my life.
yeah, yeah, I watched it recently actually. It's actually still quite a good cartoon. It's
Oh
done
yeah.
really well. The actual transition between the cartoon and the actual, like, the Bob Hoskins is done really, really well. And I watched a load of behind the scenes stuff, which I've probably seen before. And
Old film, man.
they went round some of this stuff like the long way round to do it properly. Um, well, yeah, it's an old film. It's like 80. 8, I want to say, maybe around that time. And then it's Robert Zemeckis who did he do like Forrest Gump or stuff like that. But is also the only time you're ever going to see Looney Tunes and Walt Disney characters on screen together. It's the only time ever. Especially, yeah. So there's like a standoff between is it Donald Duck and Daffy? No, Donald Duck and
Donald and Daffy. Yeah.
Is it Donald and Daffy? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it is. They're playing piano against each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's that. Yeah. But she her voice was really good in that. She doesn't sing though. That's the thing. What's her name? Kathleen Turner. She doesn't sing.
Yeah, Kathleen Turner.
I got the quarter scale Winter Soldier cap from Queen Studios the other day. It's very, very good. So yeah, they are hit and miss. Yeah, I believe it. I'm finally up early enough for the live. Sadly, I'm off from work. Good to see you, Tyler. George King. Yo had a boys. Good to be here. I hope all was well. Got the Eyes Studio Sauron on PO. Nice. Have you seen the box that massive Borg bust arrives in? It looks like the Ark of the Covenant. A lot of their Queen Studio stuff with the wheels on and stuff. It looks like audio equipment. You know, when a DJ comes in and sets up all the speakers and all the cables and all that stuff, it looks like that. It looks like audio.
God, I'm feeling it today.
You feeling it? Yeah.
I'm so tired.
If they've done surprise, Prime 1 have done a blue version of this, which pissed a lot of people off.
So predictable, this lot. They're so fucking predictable. Why anybody would go out and buy anything from them, I still don't know.
The problem is people are like, this isn't, the art is black. Why the fuck are you doing it? It's
because they can, because it's a minimal change for a maximum profit.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's such an easy little fix.
Yeah.
What do you get that's different with this?
I haven't got a clue. I think it's all the same. All the same, but blue.
Just a bit of paint that's blue then.
Yeah. There you go. They got one of those versions as well with a nips out and probably a fluff out as well, to be honest with you. You've got a bunny tail out there. Yeah.
Wouldn't leave the fucking house if I had that in here.
Then this is like a teaser for the new Skeletor.
It was really cool.
And there's a few bits there as well. So you see the head. So have you seen this yet?
Nah, I saw the tease.
I can send it across you. This then is the XM Studios Ultraman diorama. Tyler actually took these pictures. I just think this piece is just a bit of a mess. And it's just like, what angle are you going to display this from? It's just so big, and it's just so hard to display.
It's very much like he's also doing a bit of a timeout, doesn't he? Because they were about to kill him.
Yeah.
Like, no, well, come on.
The funny thing is, I mean, with the other Ultraman is they do it true to the actual, like the old films and things like that, where he's got like the zip on his back and stuff like that, and it's a guy in a suit, so you can kind of tell that, and I think that's quite a cool thing that they've stuck to it in a way, for if you're a true fan. And apparently there are a few old Godzilla statues, like PVC ones, where they actually have the zips on them as well, which I think that's really funny, and like in a cool way. Like if you're really
definitely,
that is fucking cool. But then there's a degree of it, like, I know there'll be a lot of collectors who'll be like, why the fuck would I want that? But
I certainly wouldn't want it. I can appreciate it, but not for myself.
Yeah. So this then is the War New Apocalypse piece. So that's up for pre-order now. We spoke about this last week, actually. Yeah, very cool piece. 1/4 scale. They're going to obviously bring out the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and they're going to bring out the Angels as well. XM is going to have a bunch of Ultraman pieces where he's at the Singapore landmarks. Yeah. Apparently they've got an event tomorrow, so they're closed. So I wonder what event that is. War. Yeah, this is the idea that Punisher 3000 is doing. So he had an old um, Black Widow head, I think that is. So he
Okay.
had an old Black Widow head, painted it up, made it into Rogue, and then basically made it so that he can like spin it round, so he can turn it. You can see
That's
there
cool.
it's turned a bit, different angles of it. So it just gives
Yeah,
you that kind of freedom to turn it because she's
yeah,
got a con.
yeah, yeah.
So I do like that. That's the old head. The fucking well bad that head is.
Yeah,
God.
that's bad.
Yeah. Um, yes, they did. Here's a query. Did Queen Studios say that someone would come and assemble the 60 grand Hulkbuster? How does that work if you buy it from a third party site? I saw it
Yeah, it's a
sell for
very good
20.
question.
Well, they only sell 25 of them. The edition size is 25, so that is doable then in that regard. But yeah, there was a part that said that it needs to be professionally assembled. You
Yeah.
need to have your grounds reinforced with concrete. You need to be on the ground floor. You need to do this. You need to do that. And yeah, so yeah, it's interesting. Uh, love you
That's so
guys.
funny.
Alex, come to con. What con? What con are you talking about? Jizzy, Liam.
It's already come in my ass. Now, come too soon.
come to con. Yeah, that was him typing "come too soon" and he's as he's coming. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's cool that you can turn the head like that. So
very,
you got
very
like
cool.
that from one angle and then that from the other angle.
Nice.
So it's quite a nice option to do that.
Very,
This head is Fat Cat, which popped up on my feed. I
yeah, it's a
like
nice
this
job.
one.
It's a nice
Yeah,
one.
I don't
Seen
like
this
that
one
one.
as well.
I don't like that one, but I like the other one. Yeah, I prefer the other one. I prefer this one for sure.
Yeah,
Base is very small footprint.
nice footprint.
This is then Clayface.
Yeah.
So went through, done some of her pictures. Titian. How would you pronounce that? Titinun.
Tittingham.
Titian. I said Titian last time as well, and they were
Tittingham.
like Titian.
Tittingham.
Yeah, they said it was
None. Tittingham.
Titanian or something. Yeah,
Tittingham.
yeah. Anyway, so
Tittingham.
yeah, so this is the Clayface. Looks very cool.
Titty and none.
This actual part reminds me quite a lot of what's his name, William Birkin from Resident Evil 2, where he's
Ah,
got like the head like that. Well, reminds me of that. But he's cool. It is very cool. I
big,
don't
isn't
think
it?
I've got Liam. I'm trying to get my work to buy me tickets because I forgot to get tickets.
For
So
what?
I'm trying to get my work to buy them. I think it's MCM. No,
Oh,
LFTC next week. Yeah,
when's that?
next Saturday,
Ah,
next weekend.
cool.
Yeah, trying to get my day job to buy me tickets. Um,
Is there anything cool for Georgie to see there?
I think he's a bit too young at the moment.
Yeah.
Not unless you go to a summer one and there's like a Jurassic Park, like excellent booth thing there going on. But I think he's a bit too young, and it's all. I took Mary the other week, and she said it was cool. She liked the artist alley, like the kind of best out of it all, really. But a lot of the other stuff, it was just like very samey, just same
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
So, but yeah, this is cool. I think this is your that ATF one.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it says it on the sewer or something. Yeah, there you go. Look,
Yeah. That's clever.
yeah, but yeah, very cool. Switch our hands. So you got the kind of Bobby knocker. You got the hammer, and then you sort of switch out as well.
I had a hammer.
So if I were to buy it, do I have to provide a room and board for 10 Queen Studios guys in my house? No, no, I don't know.
I wouldn't have
They
thought so. I imagine it's a service, so I don't think you have to do anything.
yeah,
I'm assuming that they'll come and
that's fine. So
when it arrives at your door, they'll be with it to assemble it.
I'm assuming as well that
And I
And it
hope
will
there's 10
be,
men, one to fucking tickle your nuts and suck you off at the same time for that kind of money.
I'm assuming as well that it would be something that Queen Studios will make the distributor arrange locally. So it won't be 10 Queen Studio guys, it'll be 10 guys that the distributors arranged.
What?
So, what's going on,
Oh,
guys? How you doing, Everyday Collector?
yeah,
This
let's
group
do them
did
one
the
up.
Namor that you showed last show. Oh, ATF1 did that Namor. That Namor sucked.
What name was?
The one we showed last week that we didn't like. Apparently that was them as well.
What was the one with the decapitated head?
Yeah,
I liked it. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought it
I
looked
don't
awesome.
like it. I like this. I like this. The guy's painted it up. I'm trying to get an answer though whether this was an STL file or whether this was like a kit or what this was, because I think this looks pretty good. And the paint scheme he's done is a really cool paint scheme. Don't you think?
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, really nice. Again, I'm not a big I was going to say Final Fantasy there. I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan, but if I was to have a Fantastic Four statue, it would definitely be this.
100%.
Definitely
Yeah,
this. Doesn't take up as much room. Nice little shield there as well. Look at that. Don't
yeah,
take up too
very,
much
very
room.
good.
I mean, it kind of it's all tells a story. Got them all doing their thing. Yeah, it's cool. Then you've got the Hulkbuster. Sorry, Hulkbuster's fucking idiot, Hellboy, and yeah, interesting piece. Well, I'm not a fan of this style really, but interesting to say the least.
I like it.
No, it's only a matter of time before license companies start doing no. Problem is like it just takes so long for licenses to get the approval, do the sculpt, get it all through,
Concept,
and
concept
then
design,
by the
color
time it
palette.
probably comes out, it'll probably be irrelevant. Or they'll make a movie with him. I think they're trying to do that, aren't they?
I think so. I thought so. They've
Yeah.
got the throne piece and then they've got this one. Both of them are pretty nice. I like this one though.
Hmm. You know who's making it?
No idea.
It's quite a difference there because he's got one hand on that dude's head. And he's holding up, doing the old Hamlet thing.
Yeah,
And then you go across, he's like, another hand down on his sword.
yeah.
And then there's his tongue
Necro sword.
sticking out. And it's like, yeah, that's quite a difference.
Very cool, man.
Him? Is that him?
Don't know. I think that's the guy who rides the dragon. I swear to God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In the comics,
I've not read him, that's why.
King in Black, mate.
Yeah, I've not read it. I think it was a bit of a flop. I mean, they made such a big deal about that. I don't know whether it had the desired impact, to be honest with you, but yeah, that does look cool. It does definitely look cool. I mean, then again, look at that, change out as well.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the cover, isn't it? That's the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He
Yeah,
doesn't have the sword, but yeah.
yeah, that's cool. I like that actually.
Yeah, me too.
That's probably my favourite one. I do like it where he's holding that guy's head though. I like that one. And that
Yeah,
one.
that's cool too. It's a lot of
Yeah,
options, and they're all
yeah.
pretty good options.
This Punisher kind of popped up. People were like, "Oh my god, this is great." The only thing I don't like is his gun wouldn't be smoking. Why would he shoot his gun in his workshop, kind of thing like that? It doesn't really make sense. He's kind
Yeah,
of getting ready, and he's kind of you need to take that smoke away. I don't like that at all.
my fucking poor painter with my Punishers. He's got to do so much work just to get the bike get the bike so that it's like smooth.
How's it coming along?
And it's doing all right. It's just a lot of work to like sand it and to fill it and to sand it and fill it and to like level it all off.
Yeah,
A lot of work.
would you like an ETA?
No, I'm not putting any time limits on him at all. I'm just saying like if and when he wants to work on it, work on it.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't rush. I don't want to rush. Don't want to rush someone like that. You let him do what he needs to do.
Yeah. This then is Scarlet Spider, is it?
Yeah.
This looks great. Is this alpha free?
Don't know.
Don't know. No, I think
Certainly looks like it. Looks like their style.
Yeah, I think this looks really great, and then also the texturing on his mask as well. I think this looks really nice. So yeah, really cool. So you got like
Yeah,
that. The way it looks on his face is like, yeah, it's cool.
very clever. Yeah,
Something like that. Switch our head with the hood up and the hood down.
yeah.
No, oh no, it's not alpha free. Okay, nice guy says it's not alpha free.
Who is it?
Anyone know who it is? Quite like it.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, very clean paintwork on it. Very clean paint. You can see why they send a lot of the prototypes in that direction. Yeah, cool. It said it's a custom link, which I quite like. Sold out straight
Yeah,
away. Got a corner of time. Switch out with a little bus as well. Yeah, I quite like that. But I was like, oh, I might get one of them, and then looked into it. It was gone straight away.
yeah. I bet.
It's DXG. I've never heard of them. DXG. I have one. Never heard of them. Yeah. This is by Dream Studios. This one. And that's it. I've got through the comments. Done it well quickly.
Nice. Put it back.
Oh, we're well too quick today, aren't we?
God.
You don't have to call me God. I've told you this. Okay. Yeah. Trying to think really. I mean, yeah, I've not really. We were talking about this the other day, but I've not really got many pre-orders or anything like that. The only ones I've got are those Silver Surfer and the Thor piece from I think it's like Diamond Select. So they make up the Silver Surfer #4 cover. I've got those two coming from Collectibles Direct. Other than that, I'm not really sure. Nice picks,
Yeah.
Alex. Nice picks, Alex. Good pieces, all of them. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm quite put off of ordering lately. You know, it's
You
just
get
a
to
bit.
that stage.
Well, it was also the fact that I can't display anything at the moment, so I'm quite frustrated with that. So I'm getting pieces in and then kind of going back in the box.
It's
Um,
horrible. It's a
yeah, it's
horrible
not
feeling.
it's not nice at all.
It's the same
Uh,
thing. This black with this black bolt when it arrives. I don't know what I'm going to do.
yeah, yeah.
It's not going to be good though. When it
Um,
gets here, I'm going to open it and like do all this, and then I'm going to be like, if it's the same thing as Ronin, and I get out, I'm like, fuck, I love this.
yeah.
It's going to be a problem.
Do you guys think the older Sideshow Batman premium format is better than their new one? What's the new one? The one with the really, really long cape?
They made loads. They've done loads of Batman pieces, and they made some nice. Don't knock the OG. It's a lot. It's got a lot of It's got a lot of addition side, but it's got a lot. It's a nice piece. A massive fucking big black cape. The
Yeah,
belt and all that, and the fucking hands and stuff. And there's like quite a stoic sort of like pose on it, like the gargoyle base.
yeah,
Definitely would. If I had the choice out of that and the like hanging one, I would. That one where it's like sitting on something and it's got a long cape. I actually had that on pre-order and I actually
you did.
cancelled it.
Yeah, you're right.
I was very disappointed.
Uh,
I started to look like a production level was just like, oh shit.
Same here, being very selective. Why can't you display anything at the moment? I can display a few. I've got like I've got Logan over there next to my TV. Got the Crow up there. I've got like a custom piece over there. I've got a couple of XM pieces here, but I don't really like having them in my kind of. I like having them separate. Like say
Yeah,
the way George has got it as well, where he's got them like in his man cave, and I'm used to that in my old place, and I don't have that here.
yeah,
Um, so my upstairs is all just full of boxes, and there's a few pieces upstairs I think are out. Unless I boxed them up, I think I might box them up. But oh no, Joker's upstairs. But I can't display them and enjoy them at the moment. So I
yeah,
need to. I'm still looking for someone to buy, and once that's all done, I will do it properly. When I move in, I'll have a room dedicated to it, I will get either the someone in to build custom shelves, or I'll make a call to Module Space and say, "Hey guys, let's do this," and sort of do it that way. So
Yeah.
I'll sort it all out properly, get it all kitted out, and just do it. So yeah, we'll try and work out. uh, things are just getting too expensive now. I've been put off ordering um, as well, unless I get within Canada to avoid duties. Yeah, same thing. We've been talking about this for weeks. Where
Yeah.
we've been talking about, one of the things that I've been appreciating recently is older pieces, and sort of seeing these bargains on pages, and even on eBay. So for
Yeah.
me, for example,
Definitely.
I got the old Logan piece with a sale I was doing, and the guy was like, "Yeah, give me some money off, and I'll give you that." And it worked out as I was still selling the pieces for more than I bought them for, so it worked out fine. And I wanted it back anyway. So yeah, some of the old pieces I may still pick up.
Dude,
Uh,
I got out the Thor exclusive premium format, the OG from 2008 the other day.
Big
Took some
black
pictures
case.
of it, and it's fucking unbelievable, that piece.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just an unbelievable bit of work.
it is
Took
really
it
good.
out,
I
put
saw
it in the
you
middle of the
got
room,
pictures
took
as
some
well.
pictures of it, and I was just like, this fucking piece is just going over the details of it. Like, when you get a piece out that's been behind glass for years.
Take. I don't want to. Yeah, no, and it's funny how when you look at the way it's sculpted, because it's all traditional, when it's like, wow, it
That's some
looks
fucking
it looks so basic at that point, and then the transformation from that to that, is great. So
some fucking guy was so funny on the post. It was like saying to me, it's like, oh, hardly the best for four. I was like, okay, I'm interested to play this game with you. Let's see what your favourite Thor is. And I said, all right, well, come on. What would you pick? And then what he come forward with, honestly, it made me like honestly shit in my sandwich. It was hilarious.
what was it like?
It was
Last
like that
Night.
fucking shit Iron Studios one with a beard. Doesn't even fucking look like him. The movie one.
Oh, the fat one.
Yeah. I was just like, what? What?
I hope you solved the dog humping your leg problem. It weren't humping my leg; it was humping my arm. That was the
Yeah,
thing.
the leg would have been alright. Would have let the leg thing pass. Humping your
Yeah,
arm on camera shit is just not okay. I know that what happens off camera stays off camera.
no, he's all right. He's just like he's the thing with him
Certain
is he.
dominance.
No, no. He's the thing is as well is like he's very good actually at communicating with when he wants to go out and things like that. He is actually very good at communicating that. So when he needs to go for a shit and stuff like that, he'll start biting you to tell you he wants to go out and things as well. So if you kind of don't like, it took us a little while to work out what he was doing, but yeah, if he starts biting you and that, it's normally when he needs to go out for a piss or a shit a lot of the time. Yeah. So
Can I just bark? What does it bite you for?
that's what he does. He does this weird thing where
I'm
he
gonna
kind of
try.
like
I'm gonna try it in my life. I'm just start walking up to people and headbutting them in the face, and I'm gonna
yeah.
say, "Well, what I'm really trying to say is hello."
I mean, it's a dog. It doesn't. It's not like but he kind of does this thing where he'll bite you, like not bite, but he'll kind of grab you a bit, try and pull your arm, and then he'll be making these like weird noises, like he's like,
Is that
he's like biting your arm,
is that the
like
shit noise? Like, let me have
yeah.
a shit. I'm gonna shit all over this place.
That means he's like fucking prairie dogging. That does, and he's like starts biting your arm like a Call of the Cop. So he's like going. I agree, Geo. I have the OG4 and love it. I also have the Allied Charge Captain America and still think it's one of my favorite Captain Americas. I was talking about this the other day, funny enough, where I have the Allied Charge, and there's been a few times where I've been thinking of selling it, but recently you can pick it up like well cheap, and I'm just like, I'm not willing to sell it that cheap. I'd rather keep it than sell it
Yeah,
for like £200-300. I'd rather
yeah.
keep it in my collection than that, you know. Hobo 4. um, gotta bring Caesar Milan. Who's that? Oh, the dog whisperer. Oh yeah, yeah. The dog. Funny enough, we spoke to the neighbour's dog as well, So I spoke to the neighbour's dog. Spoke to the neighbours with a dog, and their dog's much worse. Their dog is much worse. Same breed, 2 months older, and she's worse. She chews everything, barks all day, pisses everywhere, and
It's a
yeah, she's
lovely big
much.
blue staffy outside Sainsbury's the other day.
Yeah,
Lovely it was.
I saw a big fucking blue XL bully the other day. Massive thing. Massive. Like its head is like that.
Got
So big.
into. I don't know. I don't like that. But I mean, I got into the car, and I was just like, I can't have a dog like that. Have I got this fucking idiot thing? I'd never have a French bulldog, mate. Again, I swear to God.
I said that to someone actually as well because they were talking about getting a dog, and then like they wanted a sausage dog.
Mm.
And the wife wanted a French bulldog.
Oh no, get a sausage dog.
And I said, and they had kids as well. And I said, to be honest with you, yeah, get a sausage dog, or if you want something, to be good with the kids, get a staff. Get a staff. Staffs are really, really good dogs. Just have a bad rep because dickheads who do the wrong thing with them. But
they're just eager to please, aren't they? So if you want them to like bite other people or like be aggressive, they will be. You can teach them to.
What was that? That's Genius Geo. I think Zinedine was the first one to think that.
What's that?
I can't remember what you said.
What did I say? A good one.
She leaves cigarettes all over the gaff. Fan of Arsenal. What was that? What? Kidding. What's the football stuff? What's going on now? I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, having some banter.
Okay. I missed what you said there. But yeah. All right. Anything you want to add or?
Nah, man, we're good. We'll catch up with everybody next week.
Yeah.
If we can, we'll try and get on and have a little catch up again.
Sometimes I just go on eBay and type in sideshow statues, and some of the old ones you can find super cheap.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It's definitely the way to do it. There's loads of things going about, but I mean, it's going to be the way now, I think, to do it, because I really do feel like they're pricing, the industry at the moment, the companies are pricing themselves out of sales. I definitely am.
See you, next month, Tyler.
I'm just not there, man. I'm not in that place anymore. I
Yeah,
I managed to get a good deal on Bolt. Like Bolt will end up costing me like maybe pretty much what maybe Vader would cost me, maybe even less.
Yeah,
It's just not right. Really.
Yeah, I mean, what was I going to say there? So, fuck, I missed what I was going to say there. Yep, gone. It's gone again. Getting old. Getting old. I was going to say something there, but then it's totally.
Check your little book. Did you write it down?
No, I didn't write it down this time. I got my to-do list, but it's more about stuff I should have done and didn't do during the day for work. But I'm going to look at my list. Look, these are my lists. Look, colour it all in. Look.
What does the colouring mean? What does the red mean?
Red means it's done. So there's
what does green mean?
Green means like I need to do it, but it's not that important.
What does blue mean?
Blue, just I think blue was like just for attention. I need to refer to. There's that dinosaur I drew for Georgie. You well didn't like it. Look.
Oh, but you didn't finish that, did you?
No, he started going. Because he was giving me a hard time about it. So I was like,
fucking retarded, left-handed fucking idiot drawing shit. Dude,
oh yeah, one of the pieces.
He can really colour, man. Like he's really good at colouring. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I never told him ever in his life. I've never said to him like try and keep it in the lines, like don't go out of the lines, and nothing like that, right? And he's like gets well pissed off if he goes out. He gets really he leaves it and goes on to another one. I'm like, what are you doing? And when I went over the line there,
he was doing it in my notebook. He was trying to draw like two straight lines to draw like a dinosaur, and he did it, and he goes, it's not straight enough. Next page, trying to do it again. Next page, I'm like, dude, I need this for work. Can you just draw one, please? You don't need to keep starting again. One of the older pieces, I do think I would pick up. A couple of them actually is.
There's loads of ones.
Templar's Verdict. I think I would pick up. Jack the Ripper, and Frozen Dead, which I think is the Nazi one.
Yeah, all the horror pieces.
Yeah, a few
Jack
of
the
the old
Ripper's really nice.
the Dead or whatever they were called before. But
Yeah,
Jack
Jack
the
the Ripper one's
Ripper,
lovely.
it's quite hard to find one that's not broken.
Yeah,
But I
that's
definitely
quite.
would like one of them.
There's loads, fucking loads, man.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, again, I just want to get them all set up. I just want to have them on display and want to be able to enjoy them.
Yeah,
I can't at the moment. It's really frustrating, and I keep forgetting about pieces I've got. I keep like someone will comment on a video and it'll pop up on my YouTube, and I'll go, oh yeah, I've got that. When I sold these two pieces to that guy, it was Scar and it was the Grey Hulk, and I was like, shit, I don't have a Hulk anymore. And I
yeah,
was like, I don't have a Hulk, and and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. And then about 3 weeks later, I'm like, oh yeah, I've got the Hulk versus Wolverine. Forgot about that.
yeah. That's a really
Yeah,
nice piece too, the market there. I mean, there's
yeah,
loads, man, as well. Like, the OG Gladiator Hulk Sideshow did. It's a nice piece.
mm, yeah,
We've
definitely.
gladiated out of Hulks now. Like, they've killed that. They've fucking killed the shit out of that. But
Yeah,
the first one Sideshow did a long time ago was really, really nice.
I agree with Geo. Companies, I think, are pricing themselves out. Most can't afford these pieces. Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
just like what it creates is like people just going, you know what? Like, I may have bought like, I don't know, 12 pieces or like whatever it is, like 12 pieces a year or some shit like that. That's like, it's going to drop down to like 4.
Yeah,
Pretty much it's going to drop down to like fucking like 1. That's what will happen if this keeps going up. I'll spend money, but I don't spend my money. I ain't going to spend, ludicrous money. I mean, it's what happened with
yeah,
Maestro.
yeah.
There's no way I'd have passed up on a Maestro, but I ain't paying 4 grand for nothing. You're off your fucking
Apparently,
dick, man.
have you read about Maestro? What they're going to do? Maestro is apparently going to be in the MCU,
Oh,
and he's
Banner,
going to be
Eric
Eric
Banner.
Banner. Yeah, so from a parallel, they're going to bring
Yeah,
him
because
back.
they don't have him like it's different, isn't it? He is different in that
Yeah,
one, the Ang Lee one version. Yeah, but like I say, it's like no, I just can't do that. I just
yeah,
can't. I can't.
yeah,
I can't lay out that kind of fucking cheddar on this stuff like that. It's just not going to happen. So
for
I have
sure.
to find.
Yeah,
No, we'll buy pieces, but like Alex is saying, I'll be looking through the archives
yeah,
because there
yeah.
are
Well,
some
I
fantastic
know on
ones.
your radar is always that old Bowen Maestro anyway for one day when that comes
Yeah,
up.
that's a nice piece. I'll wait until the XM one comes out. That one will take a dive in value,
Yeah,
and I'll pick it up.
hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll see.
All right, let's shoot. Shoot then. Nice short chat today, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, got through that
Bit too
relatively painlessly.
efficient. Well, too efficient for that one.
Did well, bro. Did very well. But now we're
All
ready,
right.
and the room tour goes up on Monday. So check that
Yeah.
out. Let me know
Yeah,
what
shit,
everyone thinks about it.
that was 235 pictures.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it went through fucking well quick. All
Yeah,
right,
not too
guys.
much like contention though this week. Like not too much like going on. Like in terms of like really like shitty moves from companies and other stuff that we need to get into some deep conversation about.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is nice.
It's nice. Well, apart from the Queen Studios QC issues, but other than that, hey. All right.
That's a
I'm also
factory
going
issue
to,
though. That's a paint issue. That's a factory issue.
yeah.
They've
I'm going to
they've
be,
they've given.
I might be in London Film Comic Con next week. I'll try and go there. I'll try and get my job to sponsor that. And then I'm going to be in Dortmund Con in the beginning of December. And then I'm going to be in Singapore Con the second weekend of December. So
Nice.
yeah, got some stuff coming up. I'm back on your birthday.
What?
I'm back on your birthday.
You're back in the UK.
I'm back in the UK on your birthday. Yeah.
When you fly back out again?
What do you mean?
Do you go anywhere else when you get back? Or is it
No. I
done?
get back on your birthday. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So
you can
we'll
take
try and
you can
sort
take
something out.
you can take me out, wine and dine me and all that business.
Yeah. No, not 69.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Room tour. Woot. Finally, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry
Been
about that,
told to.
people.
I've been
It's,
telling this fucking guy to do it for like the last year, and it's just always that sort of thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get this piece in. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna shovel this around. I'm just gonna polish my glass. Yeah,
is that me?
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Just gonna wax my carrot. Yeah.
it's just
All
like,
right.
you know what it is? It's just, fuck. You think it'd be easy and stuff like that, but it's just a noise.
Well, it's
When my
loud.
house is quiet, I got 3 sons. When my house is quiet, it means I have to be quiet. I can't go into a room and start going, yeah, this is this and this is the other and all that. It's like fucking not possible because they're all like fucking either having a nap or some shit like that. So it's like a bit like, you know, someone starts crying, that's all fucked. So I got lucky this time because George was at school and the twins. My wife took them to some baby thing, and I was a bit like, she was like, I'm going to go with my mum and my sister, and I was like, yeah, you go. She's like, oh yeah, can you do this washing and what was it? Wash the dog. I had to wash the dog and all this other stuff, right? She came back and none of that shit was done. And literally, and it
Well,
was
you were on the phone. You were on the phone to me, and it was quite funny actually because you were almost uh, like a little excited like child. You've like done something, and you called me up, and you're like, "I've done my room tour. It's uploaded," and and you're like all proud about it, and then you're a bit like, "Yeah, but I didn't put the washing in." And I didn't do this, and I didn't do that, and I didn't do that. I better do the washing now. I better put the washing on now because I'm in trouble.
I didn't do anything. I literally didn't because I had to go get George from school and bring him back and make him lunch and all this shit. So
Yeah.
when she got back, she was just like, I've been out like 3 hours. Like, what have you done? And I was like, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well,
Like
you probably
nothing.
did.
I was like, well, I filmed a room tour. She's like, how long did that take? Like 3 hours. I was like, well, I had to clean glass. I had to hoover. I had to tidy up.
Put the
Yeah,
box
so
out.
it took
Put
about
the
2 hours.
box back. Yeah.
Fucking terrible. Did
All
make me
right.
laugh. Part of it is just like
Not her.
you're quite like, I don't know, like, you know, a bit sneaky.
What, me?
Oh, me.
Oh, obviously I'm
I'm
sneaky.
sitting there like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do this instead. It's quite funny.
Well, it's a good job
But,
you didn't get fucking God of War this week then, otherwise you wouldn't have done nothing.
no, I don't know. Did you send that?
No, do you want me to?
Yeah, send it.
All right. Oh, not now. Remind me tomorrow, and and the PS5 thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
send it.
okay. All right.
Just for your information.
Yeah. Somebody go, and what?
Hmm?
And what? Somebody go, and what?
Just say, oh, I don't know.
Just so you know. Yeah.
Just say you
Do you know how
know.
much? Sorry, before we finish, do you know how much a fucking control pad costs
For what, like PS5?
for a PS4?
45 quid?
Yeah, what the fuck?
They
45
cost.
quid.
Yeah, they are. Like a proper one,
Way
a nice one.
expensive.
You can get like the other ones, the cheap ones. You know that we used to have when we were kids, and they're lighter than all the other ones.
Yeah, no,
No,
I
you should get
just
them there like fucking. They were like almost transparent, so you could see the wires all that through it. And you thought you got hot shit. As soon as you handed it to someone, you're like, oh fuck me, this is light.
the other
Like,
week it was like we were in the shop and Mary was like, "Oh yeah, let's get I want to get like a racing game. Right? Let's get this like Crash Bandicoot game because I used to play Crash Bandicoot and yeah, we'll
I
get the
like
racing
Crash
game."
Bandicoot Racing. That's a good game.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, all right, let's do that. But I've only got one controller, so we're like, what I'll do is I'll go online and pick one up. And I'm like, looking, I'm like, £45. The game was like a tenner. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know.
£45 for the fucking control pad. I'm like, what the fuck's this all about? And then I'm looking everywhere. I'm like, this ain't right. Controllers used to be like 20 quid, I'm sure. Like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck me.
not anymore.
All right.
Everything's gone up, man.
Let's shoot. All right. Take care, everyone. Thanks.
Love ya.
Peace
Bye, bye,
out.
bye.
Bye bye.